Welcome back to my refutation of Ray Comfort, and this is probably going to be the third part. And you're going to see why in the first minute or so.
They want us to keep playing in public. They hate the
When? Since when?
Christmas.
Since when?
And,
I like Christmas.
in
I get free stuff. Wait.
One atheist to take prayer and Bible reading out of schools.
Stop!
And
Stop. Ray Cameron has just made a demonstrably false claim. And here's why. And here's the precedent in which that he's talking about. The first case I believe he'll be talking about is known as Engel versus Vitale. It was a Supreme Court case that determined, as you can see, unconstitutional for state officials composed an official school prayer and requiring its recitation in public schools in compliance with the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, in which, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. And indeed, that is pretty damn true, because an official school prayer would violate this wall of separation between church and state, as Jefferson put it, in that there are likely to be people in the school that are not Christian. Maybe even if you're in a rural town in Oklahoma, you might only be one person, but freedom of religion is an established right in the United States of America. And why Ray Cameron is bitching about this, I have no clue. And the next is Abington School District versus Shemp, in which sponsored Bible reading, sponsored, not like just opening a Bible and not studying the Bible for literary merit, that would not be for religious reason, was declared unconstitutional. This isn't that, attempting to preach from the Bible and say the Bible is right, the Bible is right. Obviously that's a violation of the Establishment Clause, because this is basically a public school, a government institution, saying that there is a correct religion. That's tantamount to establishing a state religion, really. So it's almost a direct violation, but indirectly you're still pushing one religion over any other when public school is supposed to be religiously neutral in accordance with the freedom of religion. And the thing is, he's got the freedom to practice his religion under the First Amendment, and I think he's basically just bitching because he's probably under the misconception that America is a Christian nation. Another thing, I'm going to jump back a few seconds, I've not heard of a large movement to ban public prayer, and he may be talking about some fringe movement, but I would like him to provide some evidence that there is a significant movement to ban public prayer. And just so I can show you, he is likely talking about plaintiff in the case Murray versus Curlett, Madeline and Murray O'Hare, who was a very prominent atheist, founded American atheist. But both the cases were not in 1963, argued and decided 1962 for Engel versus Vitale, argued February, decided June 1963 for Abington versus Shemp. The thing is, they were also not both related to Madeline Murray O'Hare. There's no relation to O'Hare in this one at all, and in this one it was consolidated with Murray versus Curlett, which was a similar case. So it was not one person that got it done. It was not in the same year, and it was two very different cases, and he's making a blatantly false claim in this video. Let's continue.
now, I want to stop it.
Why?
We created a website called pulltheplugonatheism.com,
Why?
where parents can go and find pithy articles and video clips that disprove evolution and prove God's existence.
There will be round two.
University professors, 1 in 4 in universities and colleges is atheistic or agnostic.
Where is your numbers? Where are your numbers? And
atheists from
stop. Actually, not yet.
From universities like there's no eternity. What do
What?
you do when your 17-year-old comes to you and says, Mom, Dad, I don't believe in God anymore. Evolution is a fact. The Bible is just fairy tales. And because of that, I believe in a woman's right to choose. I believe in gay marriage, and this is going to hurt your mum and dad, but I've got to be honest with you. I'm going to move in with my girlfriend. I love you. I hope you love me and still accept me. What do you say to her?
Stop. Congratulations! Everyone take off your hats and give them to Ray Comfort, for Ray Comfort has just succeeded in scoring a hat trick. Fallacy count 3. And in fact, fallacy count 4. I'll get to that later in a second. But the first fallacy he's committed here is a hasty generalization. He is saying that by accepting evolution, you 2 also become an atheist. 3, he become pro-choice. 4, accept gay marriage. 5, want to move in with your girlfriend before when you are 17, which is kind of a stupid decision, and I don't know what's so wrong about that anyway if you can do it. I don't know what's so wrong about being pro-gay marriage either, and I don't know what's so wrong either because it's in accordance with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Everyone has the right to marry and found a family, and I don't know what's so wrong about being pro-choice because legalized elective abortion, unless you can prove that it causes some sort of demonstrable and significant negative effect on society to the point where a law is required for the best interests of society, you're up shit creek. Anyway, he's also lumped in atheism and agnosticism. He's like, are atheist or agnostic, when agnosticism is, I don't know. You can be a theistic agnostic. You can probably actually be a Christian agnostic, is like, I don't know if there is or is not a God, but I'm Christian personally. It's basically personal belief is personal. Atheists, of course, there is no God. Second, this is all an implied ad hominem attack on atheists in general, because it is possible to be atheist and pro-life. It is possible to be atheist and against gay marriage. It is possible to be atheist and personally against, moving with one's girlfriend before you're married. And the last one, I really don't understand why I brought it up, but it's all implied ad hominems, it's inaccurate statements, it's hasty generalizations. He's basically just trying to slander atheism and, by extension, and agnosticism, because he has lumped in agnostics with atheists. Damn, Ray. 4 fallacies in 5 minutes. Oh, geez, that's 0.8 fallacies per minute. Yikes. I have not seen anyone do that since I last saw Venom Fang X spouting off in one of Thunderfoot's videos. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that, because I haven't seen that much of Venom Fang X. You're good, Ray. Good at sucking.
When your husband or wife's been watching the Discovery Channel and says, Jesus could have had a wife and kids. Evolution's a proven fact. Honey, I'm not going to...
Another hasty generalization.
What do you say?
The whole idea is you can't make them think. What else do they have to think about besides the missing female?
Yeah, missing female, and also...
And now we're going back to a flawed argument, and, this isn't really even journalism, because he's basically just bouncing... Stop! Paintings are made from chemicals that cannot replicate on their own. DNA can replicate on its own. Cells can reproduce on their own. Ray Comfort, you are an idiot. And I was just saying, this isn't really much of a discussion or anything. It's not very productive. Ray Comfort and the person he's talking with, I think it's Pat Robertson, I'm not sure. They're basically just bouncing back and forth. Oh, yay, we're Christian, we hate evolution, blah, 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 blah. And they're not really getting anywhere. You don't really get anywhere in a discussion if the person you're talking with is just agreeing with you and be like, yeah, you're so right. Because when the person opposite you is counterpointing you, is saying, well, you're misunderstanding us, or, what about this, or what about that, you start getting somewhere, you start thinking, you start formulating arguments, and then you can also start seeing where your opponent is correct. Unfortunately for Ray Comfort, he doesn't appear to be doing much thinking, and from the way he runs his channel, I don't think he wants to do much thinking, because he doesn't seem to like video responses. He seems to want to approve them, and I guess he doesn't like video responses that go against his worldviews. That being said, I'm running up on time again. I'll try No, I'm running up on time, so rather than go on a bit more, I covered 4 minutes in the first video, but in this video, because he's gotten really into his fallacies and his egregious statements, I've stopped it a number of times and gone 1:30 almost, and there might even be a part 4. And as I said before, he says he's got more videos. There will be a round 2. There will probably be a round 3 and a round 4 and a round 5. That said, I'll rate, vote, comment, see you in part 3 and maybe part 4.